So obviously it really isn't going Kane's way. I still think that Joe's got something to do with this TB situation. He's basically trying everything to get Kane out of this farm, and I think he's trying to do it while Moira's not there, which really isn't helpful. I'm hoping that Joe somehow finds out what's going on with Kane with his cancer and kind of backs off a bit, but I don't know if he will. I definitely think that Bear is right going to this mental health place, but the thing about all this is obviously the police were back in the vets and they've found the rope situation, so now this, they're trying to get Paddy in for all this as well. So I can just see this going messy, because obviously we all know that Paddy and Dylan helped him, but at the same time it was like they didn't really have a choice, and they were only trying to do what they thought was right for Bear's sake. So Laurel, I don't know where this is going, but I feel like Arthur needs to admit what he's done, because I just don't know, Nicola's constantly going to poke this, isn't she? She's going to try and work out what's happened, as she already is starting to try and work it out, so I think she's going to try and work it out. So we obviously know that Sarah's trying to help Kane with the farm and everything, and we know that Jacob is trying to do what he's doing at work and try to keep on the good side of Dr. Todd, isn't he? But basically what's happened is Sarah went to steal Dr. Todd's car and Jacob has seen her and found this out, so yeah, bit of a sticky situation. I don't know how they're going to handle this, but I just feel like it's going to make everything worse for Jacob if this comes out, and Jacob's the type of person that he will just say something, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to lie, I love Kerry and Jay so much. So Manpreet's obviously taking a guess at what's going on, thinking that something more has happened, and obviously we know that she's right. I personally think that Laurel knows that it was Arthur and knows exactly what happened, but right now at this moment in time she's trying to protect him and doesn't want to get him into trouble or anything like that, so yeah. So basically, got this picture because I was just listening to Soap Scoop, the Inside Soap podcast, and basically they were talking about how Graham is going to have the nerve to ask Rona to get back with her. Now I'm like, would you really actually want to get back with somebody that has basically been dead for 6 years and pretended to be dead for 6 years and everything? I really don't think he would. But yeah, he is going to ask her, so he's obviously thinking about it, and it's obviously on his mind. And I don't know, I've said this today on a comment on a social media, but I genuinely think that Graham and Rona are going to sleep together. I don't know what it is, I just can't shake the feeling that she's going to do something with him, you know? So it was all going on for Kane, obviously, he needs to tell everybody about what's really going on. Yeah, Sarah is struggling as well. She's struggling to handle the fact that she's the only one in the family that knows about Kane's cancer. It's her and Liam, and she's struggling with it because obviously it's not told anybody else, and he's taken everything out on her, and now everybody knows about them stealing cars, but they don't know the real reasons behind it all, and yeah, it's just a struggle for her, and she can't do it on her own. I love Liam and Kerry, I really do, but I also love that Kerry's looking out for Eric and has been like, I don't want Eric to feel any particular kind of way, I want to be there for him, and yeah, I love it. So I loved Kerry helping Archie with his homework, that was so good. And also her saying to Jay, she nearly let it slip, and Jay's like, oh my god, what are you doing? But it was so actually quite cute that she helped him, and Archie teaching her what bod mass is was so cute. So Kane still taking it out on everybody as per usual. Obviously Joe got punched, I'm not going to lie, Joe deserved that punch, he really actually did, but at the same time, why was Kane so stupid to steal his car again? Honestly, it's just, I don't know what's going to happen here, because Joe's going to stop at absolutely nothing to get Moira's side of the farm and to have the whole farm. That's what he wants, and he will do whatever it takes to make sure that that happens. So yeah, I said this, but Laurel knows the truth. She actually knows that it was Arthur that made her accident happen. Obviously she sent him to Jay's for a little bit, and it said that she needs a bit of space, she needs some time to sort of go over things and kind of think about what she's going to do about it now. But yeah, she actually does know that it was Arthur, and I did think that she knew that it was Arthur, and obviously she does. So yeah, she does, of course. Oh my god, little Bubba Connie, how cute is she? Obviously, I think this is going to mean a lot for Carla and Lisa, obviously. Basically, they are going to have to look after this baby, and I think Carla is going to do it because she always does for Rob, doesn't she? So I can so see her doing this. And obviously she was saying to Lisa about everything that happened with her own baby back in the day. So yeah, I feel like Lisa's going to help her through this one, I'm not going to lie. But how cute is little Connie? Maybe little Connie will be a flower girl at the wedding. She's so cute. So poor Steve, obviously we knew this was coming, but it doesn't make it any easier. And as I suspected, and I've said before, I knew that he was going to feel so guilty about it, and that he was going to beat himself up about it and be like, oh, I should have went and everything, and yeah. Also, the fact that Cassie was going to propose to him, it just made it a little bit sadder. I hope Cassie does propose one of these days, but yeah, honestly, it just made it all the sadder, didn't it? Well, obviously, Sally was visiting Lou with the kids, and of course she has a little word with Debbie. She also overhears Carol try to get money off Debbie again, and of course she tells Ronnie, and obviously Ronnie is not happy with him at all. And I'm not surprised, he's just an absolute wrong un, and he's a piece of work. Ryan said that he is a piece of work. Ryan said it in that scene in the pub, and he's absolutely right, he is an absolute piece of work, as Carol. But poor Debbie, obviously, it's really taken its toll on our prison, like it really is, and it's quite difficult to watch because it just makes me hate Carol even more, because I'm like, you can get her out of this and you can stop this whole entire situation, but you're not. And obviously she's had another turn, I think it's another TIA, and it's not looking too good, let's be real. Oh my god, Carla and the baby scenes with baby Connie actually melted my heart, because I'm just sitting there thinking in my brain, can you imagine what she would have been like with her own little one if that little 11-year-old was here right now? Honestly, yeah, so cute. I'm so glad that we're actually getting to see Carla like this, because we've never properly seen her with a proper baby. I mean, we've seen her looking after Simon and being in Simon's life when she was with Peter. Obviously, we kind of seen how she felt when she was pregnant and stuff, and how she really wanted her little girl. But then obviously she lost the baby, so we've never actually seen her like have to look after a baby full time and be like a proper mum. I really hope that Connie sticks around and stays in her life, because I think it could be the making of Carla, I'm going to be honest. Like, I know Carla's obviously like, oh, I'm not maternal, but she's more maternal than she thinks she is. Like, she really is, and it's absolutely adorable. Poor Steve, Tracy being Tracy, she's opened her mouth and said about Cassie proposing. I think Steve and Cassie, I'd love Steve and Cassie to get married, honestly. I kind of like they two together now. So I've liked seeing them over the last couple of days since Steve found out his news, and how supportive Cassie's tried to be, and I would love to see them get married and stay together. So, was just listening to the Inside Soap podcast, and I'm not going to lie, it's quite exciting, because in Corrie, it's rumouring around that basically Ben and Steve are going to be half brothers, and basically Ben is Steve's son, Ben is Jim's son, sorry. They're, like, him and Steve going to be half brothers, he's Jim's son, and people are thinking that maybe it was a photo of Jim that Maggie seen at number one, because how did we all forget that whatever Maggie seen that day at number one, obviously Steve lives there, and of course there could be a picture of Jim there. Yeah, it's quite clever, because I never connected these dots. I hope this happens, I hope it's true, because I would love for Steve to have some more story, and I'm also really enjoying him and Ben at the minute, so I would love for him to kind of get a lot involved there and things like that, so I'm hoping it's true. I love Carla and Connie, and I love their relationship. I just want Connie to stay forever. I love the fact that Carla's making her watch like 60-minute makeover shows and stuff. It's like so good. So obviously Jodie up to no good as usual, obviously pretending to that woman in the hospital that she was shown on, she was Harper's mum and everything like that, and obviously she's not. Luckily Harper's going to be fine, but I loved all the Platt scenes as well when they all turned up at the hospital and David was like, what on earth are you all doing? Yeah, just classic Platt things, that they're going to turn up and be there for you and fight your corner, but luckily Harper is going to be alright and her operation's over, and hopefully she can get on the mend now and she'll get to come home and actually be properly part of the family. So I'm going to be honest, but I don't think Theo's going to be happy when he finds out about Todd's broken phone, because we all ken that Theo hates when anything is costing money, and he's basically trying to take control of the money and everything like that, so I don't think that he's going to be happy when he finds this out. But like, I just don't know why Disney make it a joint account like most other people in the world do. He's just trying to control everything. And the more that these things are going on, the more I'm thinking that Theo's going to be the man killed on April 23rd. I just can't shake it. I don't see how any of the other suspects are going to end up. Well, I do see how they could end up in danger, but it's like they're also in a position where there's so much more story to go for them, if you know what I mean. And I kind of thought it was going to be Maggie, but I don't want it to be Maggie anymore, because obviously if Ben and Steve are half brothers, I really want to explore that, and I want to explore why the hell Maggie got with Jim McDonald. So yeah, I'm like, I don't want it to be her anymore. So I'm kind of thinking, for me, Theo's the only valuable option, and it would give him some soap justice, obviously. Poor George, obviously Annie's still taking him to court, so it's just getting worse for him. I mean, honestly, it's so sad. I have no idea what he's going to do. Obviously, he doesn't want to lose the business, but he's going to have to think of something, because obviously if the courts agree with her, then it could affect everything. Sally trying to tell Lisa and Carla what to do was hilarious, honestly. Like, even Lisa's like, how on earth do you work with her every day? But yeah, I'm loving all the baby stuff with them too so far. It's so good. So Jodie is getting caught out, it seems. Obviously Shona caught her with that woman and how she was saying that Harper was her daughter, and Shona was like, why are you saying Harper's your daughter? And then also Lily has found the trinket box. I have been dying for someone to find this, and I'm so happy that Lily's found it, but I really needed to do something with it. I needed to show it to someone, I needed to tell someone. Obviously she's found out that Jodie's the one with the book. She's found out that Jodie's the one with like the picture of Bernie's face and everything like that. So yeah, she's definitely going to have more questions, and I do think this isn't going to be the end, because Lily is like, I'll think about it. So I definitely think that her and Jodie are going to have more conversations, and they're going to have to, I don't know, work out what they're going to do. But I really hope that Lily decides to tell someone, because I just want her to tell someone at this point. So that's it for the Emmerdale and Corrie video this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!